Fight.
This nigga here.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. My mother's on her deathbed right now. I don't think she's gonna make it. I promised myself that when my mother died, I was gonna kill you. Wherever I found you at. Listen to what I'm saying. I promised myself. Listen to what I'm saying, because niggas think I'm playing. I promised myself. This is God doing this for you. My mother's dying right now. I said when my mother died, I was going with her. And I said, everybody that was making videos on me, I'm already getting addresses up and all the rest of that, so I could have a conversation. I promised myself when my mom's died, son, you was gonna go. And I'm telling you right now that because he's here, I guess God was intervening, because my mom's, she hanging on to life right now. She just had three strokes. She's sitting in the hospital looking like something I ain't never seen it, and I promised myself that. Hasan. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky.
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky.
I just discovered who Hasan Campbell is. He's a special type of human. I don't know why he's famous. I just don't know. I don't know. That's all you can say about him. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
he said my mom's on the deathbed right now. I don't think she gonna make it. When she go, I go. I'm gonna kill you. That's
where's the correlation? How does one lead to the other? Like, what?
He said, I promise if my mother died, I was gonna kill you. And I'm not gonna stay.
How are those things in relation? Like, what are we doing?
Nigga, I'm not staying there long enough for him to get that shit off. Nigga, I'm walking away. Why would I allow myself to just stay there and watch this nigga get that statement off? No, I'm leaving because I believe you. This nigga also said, I hate you, nigga, let's die. He said, let's meet up at the precinct and bang out. Did you see the expression of the other man that he was saying it to?
Yes, bro. He's a special human being. That's the type of person that can only be made at this particular moment in history. Like, that type of person wouldn't have worked 50 years ago. He wouldn't have worked 70 years ago. He's specifically designed for this moment in history right now. It's probably a bad thing, but I digress.
It's that conversation we was talking about when it come to New York niggas, man. We was in that group chat like, yeah, man. Jack's, you right.
New York rap sucks. New York rap is terrible, but that's a conversation to be had at a later date.
Word, B. Word to my mother. Word to the dead bro. Oh shit. But welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keys podcast for the good of the team. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I just realized that hashtag was on there. I don't know when you put that hashtag on there on the IG, but
I feel like because we talked about that long ass time ago. I think I did it then, so I didn't forget.
Yeah, because there was a time when we low key forgot. Like we low key forgot what we got, what it was for, and who we do it for, But the podcast for casuals. If you're a casual, this is the show for you. This is the show for you. We got a lot of things to talk about. I promise you, we got a lot of things to talk about. But before we get in there, my name is Greg. That is my host, Jax. Welcome to the show. Last week, there wasn't a lot of things that we didn't care about. Today's a new day. Because
we do not care.
We got plenty of things to not give a fuck about. But before we even get there, come on now, you know the bills.
Donations.
The bills do got to get paid.
Donations.
Come on now.
Donation.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Life gets a little empty just not knowing that song is not gonna pop up next week. It's just I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe it'll just be a Hasan Campbell drop. I wonder if Hasan Campbell talks about money.
I wouldn't be surprised. He sounds like. I would be surprised. I feel like the only thing he talks about is killing people.
I hate you, nigga. Let's die is such a it's low key a bar that I don't subscribe to, but I'm like, damn, that is a bar.
That's the funniest. I've seen that video. That's what made me find out who he is.
That was saying like that hashtag. Cause I think I tweeted that hashtag. I was like, cause IH whatever. So that is one of the funniest hashtags ever. God damn it. But let's get into some things that we do not care. Do not give a damn about. First thing we don't give a damn about Bud stripped of his belts. I've heard he had a response to it. I'm gonna be honest to you. I didn't listen to it. I don't know if you listened to it or not.
Yeah, no, it was like I was going to, but then I saw the video was 8 minutes, and I was like, no, thank you. But I've seen like a little bit of it. But essentially, Bud Crawford, we all know who he is. He's like the best boxer in the world. He beat up everybody. Dropped Canelo earlier in the year. So to give him like the undisputed title, but the WBC, the World Boxing Council, he has multiple belts, but the WBC, they stripped their belt from him because once you win a fight, like after your payday, you have to send them like a 6% licensing fee or something like that. And because he won 50 million or something, I believe he won 50 million with Canelo. So they were like, hey, you owe us 300,000. And he was like, why should I have to pay you if it's my belt, my trophy, I won? So that was like his whole thing. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to pay you. He was like, matter of fact, y'all should be paying me because I'm the one who won the fight and I'm carrying around you guys' belt and all that stuff. So they stripped the title from him, but he was like, nigga, I don't really care. Everybody already see me beat the dude up, so it don't matter. So yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like when like they would, test whoever the fuck positive for Ryan Garcia after the Haney fight. I saw that nigga get hooked, bro. Like, I saw that nigga lose. I don't care what supplements that nigga had. I saw your ass. Come on now. Maybe if the fight was a little bit closer, maybe I'd be like, okay, then maybe that gained like a little slight advantage. Nigga, you was getting worked, my nigga. Hell no, I'm not going for it. Anyway,
we do not care.
So next we have Darius Slay parts ways with the Steelers. Immediately gets picked up by the Buffalo Bills. I think it was either yesterday or today. But
yeah,
look,
but
I don't care.
He hasn't actually joined the team. He hasn't joined the team because him and his family are like, oh, should I retire or should I not? So he stepped away from the Bills to debate whether or not he's going to retire. So he's not even on the Bills yet. But like, he wasn't playing that good this season anyway. I don't know. The Bills defense also isn't good. I don't think that's really gonna. Even if he gets on the Bills, it's not gonna matter in my opinion. So who cares?
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's a reoccurring thing. I hate when my fucking. Oh my god, where'd you go? There you go. But yeah, I just the reoccurring thing, man. Just
go home, nigga. Take your ass home, nigga.
Go home, bro. Go home. It's okay, bro. It's okay. We can just go on. We don't have to stick this thing out. Besides that,
we do not care.
Next, we have Zion out for a month.
What else is new?
Look, if skinny Zion can't avoid injuries, no kind of Zion can avoid injuries. It's time to part ways.
I don't even think this is skinny Zion. This is just Zion in a little bit better shape, but it is what it is, man.
Just trade him, bro. Trade him for whatever's left of value for. You're never going to get equal value for a nigga like Zion. Yeah. So just get what you can. It's Derek Queen time anyway. Part ways, nigga. You got Jeremiah Fears. And
Murphy's still good.
And you gave Atlanta your first round draft pick that's unprotected. Completely unprotected.
That's the crazy part, bro.
It does not matter how good Derek Queen is, nigga. Why did you not put at least some kind of protection on it? That's crazy.
Like, if Derek Queen becomes Jokic, then okay, fair. But he's probably not because that's just not how things work. Because it's Nikola Jokic. Nobody's going to be him. So
even if he does become Jokic, there's no excuse to at least put a top 3 protected on there. That's crazy.
Yeah, because
no protection.
Even if he doesn't become Jokic, that next that top pick, whatever, could have been a
Campbell
or something. So.
Yeah, that could have been something crazy.
Regardless, it don't matter.
It don't matter what you did. That was just bad. You gave that shit for free, nigga. You gave that shit up for free. But as the coming months and the coming weeks goes, he's not even on the top of the list of trade niggas that we need to trade. But
we do not care.
We do not care. Look, the WNBA CBA has updates on their CBA agreements, their negotiations. We're starting to talk millions. We're starting hearing that word millions pop up a little bit more. There's some off-putting. I think the WNBA had housing for these WNBA players. Did not know they were doing that, but they did have housing. So they were saying that in this new CBA that they would be taking away housing, but in taking away housing, we would give you more money. We would be giving you more money in return or whatever. So I'm hearing the word millions, but I really need to get down to the nitty gritty of like what is league minimum, because we know what Project B's league minimum is, and that's $2 million. So when we have more information on that and when the show is not busy, we could dive into that, because I do have some people that are a lot more knowledgeable that I would love to get on this show so that we can educate y'all, so that y'all don't sound like these these bigoted white people that talk about women in sports. Like, we want to keep y'all informed. So that's coming up the pipeline very soon. But until then, respectfully,
we do not care.
Don't care. And finally, this Cam Newton, Keon Coleman edit is setting the world ablaze. If you've been living under a rock, Cam Newton on this podcast on 4th and 1 was discussing Keon Coleman after Keon Coleman was going through a couple DMPs, a couple of his Bills veterans telling him that he needs to grow up. Cam Newton came out with one of the hardest edits of 2025 that keeps getting overly used. I don't know if you have it. Up.
Folks ain't gonna keep being patient with you. That playful person that the Buffalo City by storm in his first interview, and he sat down and was like, yeah, I love cookies, and he had the whole that was all cool, but we give that grace to young players. Big dog, you supposed to be our number one.
Come on now.
And you're playing like a bum.
Bet you better catch that
I
up.
bet you better start doing your job.
That ending always gets me, bro. Cam Newton start backing up. Oh, this allowed so I can't. Better get to doing your job. Every once in a while, Cam Newton.
Oh, what you about to say?
No, I'm saying every once in a while, Cam Newton gets one. He gets one. Every once in a while, he'll get a banger.
I understand what Cam was going for. Granted, like, he probably didn't know it was going to take off and become this insane meme, but I understand what he was going for, and I agree with a lot of what he was saying. But like, one of the things that he's like, we give that grace to young players. Like, this Keon Coleman's second year in the NFL, he hasn't even played 2 full seasons. I think he's played like 20 games so far in his career, bro. Like, he's still young. Like, yeah, he needs to tighten up and stuff, but he is a young player. What are we doing?
He talking to that nigga like he Jerry Judy.
Bro, like if this was third year, if this was like third year and beyond, I'd understand. But like, he low-key just got here. Like, he's like 20 years old or something like that.
Yeah, he's like
maybe like 21 or something.
He's 20. Yeah, he's 22. He's 22, okay. And he got drafted in the 2024 draft. Yeah,
he got drafted. Like, he ain't been here that long, and niggas talking about tighten up. Like, yes, I get it, but like, chill, bro. Dang.
He said we give that grace to young play. Oh man, but he do need to tighten up.
Yeah, no, he needs to be the Bills' number 1 receiver. I'm surprised he's not good.
I don't give a fuck how much you love. I don't give a damn how much you love cookies and whatever the fuck, bro. But yeah, you gotta cut that shit. And it's just like everybody, and it's crazy because I think it's so usable because everybody has a version of Keon Coleman on their favorite teams. Any like there's somebody that's underperforming. Keon Coleman in their life. Yes, bro. You can. This is bigger. There's
a version of that in everybody's life. Like, you can say that I love cookie. Like, you can say that to about anybody.
Nah, deadass, because you sent me one who's like, yeah, 4th grader struggling on multiplication. Yeah, bro. I love cookies. But no, man. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
We do not care.
That was the last of it. Now, some important information coming out. We got things that we care about. Meet the Pacquiaos. Manny Pacquiao is about to recreate a movie in real time. Okay. So he has three children. The 2 brothers that should be facing off very soon. Iman Bakosa. I think he took his mother's name. and then Jamil Pacquiao. Jamil is the
Names on
son.
that.
Iman is Manny's illegitimate child that he never really took care of. Only met him maybe one or two times, and it was in adulthood. And he does not have the Pacquiao name. He doesn't have any other resources, none of that stuff. But he went up in the ranks and got it out the mud, and is now a really good boxer, a young and upcoming fighter. Looks just like him in the face. Low key has fighting styles. It's always an illegitimate child that does it. And let me share my screen. And they are about to fight in due time. In due time, they are about to fight. This is some shit that comes out of a fucking movie. This is coming out of a movie.
I'm pretty sure this. Oh, Grant, this sounds like Creed, but like not all the way. But I'm pretty sure there's like a movie or a show or something like this is a common thing. Like I feel like one, take care of your children. But I feel like Pacquiao might have done this with like this in mind. Like, I'm gonna do a little thought experiment. Let me take care of the one, raise them up and all that, and then the other one, have them get out the mud and see who's gonna be the son I can care and love the most. Because it's all who matters for who wins in boxing and everything. But now this sounds like a movie. I have never seen either of them fight, so I don't know who's better, who's worse. I don't know who I'm going to root for if I happen to watch this fight. Nah, this is like what is it? This is like Neji and Hinata from Naruto and stuff like that. That's really what this is.
This is Jamil. Boy, they got some names on. Fucking these niggas' names up. In his debut fight, it ended in a draw. Iman's fight, he actually won. So technically nobody lost yet. But Manny Pacquiao is at all of Jamil's fights. Like he does all of the training, all of the extensive work. He's always in the gym with him. He's getting extensive training. And then the one that actually looks like him, getting it out the mud. They say his fighting style is a little bit more closer to Manny naturally. And everybody keeps talking about like this legendary story, and I keep coming back to the point of, nigga, take care of your kids, nigga. Like, why are we skipping over taking care of your kids, nigga? like, is this a crazy story? Absolutely. But it was only made for movies. It was supposed to be made. We was not supposed to make this in real life. But because niggas love Manny so much, niggas love Manny Pacquiao so much, and that nigga didn't put so much money with it in the Philippine community. They brushing this aside. And I sort of get it to a degree. But nigga, if this was anybody else, I'd be like, nigga, fuck you. If I was Iman, I'd be like, nigga, fuck you, bro. I don't even have your last name for real. And I'm finna beat that little nigga up. Mind you, they all short, but you know what I mean. But speaking of stuff that is in real life, and it's not a story. Lane Kiffin. We talked about Lane Kiffin earlier last week because he had a kerfuffle with one of the Ole Miss reporters after being compared to as a hoe. Didn't call him a hoe, but said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and got slandered for that. And all of a sudden, he decides to take that job at LSU, and now people are calling him a straight up hoe. And it's getting crazy. Getting crazy out there, which raises a lot of questions with college football playoff implications, because Ole Miss was in the playoff.
I think they're in the playoff right now, still, technically.
Yeah, they're still in the playoffs. Jax, what's your initial thoughts after seeing LSU win the backlash?
I mean, like I'd like heard of Lane Kiffin because I used to really be into like college football and stuff, and then I just sort of stopped caring. But like I always like sort of knew who Lane Kiffin was in the background because like I knew his dad was Monty Kiffin. That like I know Monty Kiffin was Dallas' defensive coordinator for a while, but Monty Kiffin like a legendary coach in college, and Lane's his son. And I know Lane, he was like an upstart, young, hot coach or whatever. And then I forget where he went, but he ended up leaving in disgrace. That's like the normal thing for Lane Kiffin. He leaves in disgrace. He ended up coaching the Raiders. And then Al Davis made I don't know how long he coached for the Raiders, but Al Davis hated him so much. He made like a PowerPoint slide detailing all the reasons we need to fire him. And then he fired him. Lane Kiffin, he went to coach at USC. He got fired. They didn't even let the nigga on the plane. They fired him on the tarmac after a game. Like, he got fired from Alabama as their offensive coordinator because he was like focusing on like a job search too much. Like, this is just par for the course for Lane Kiffin. So I'm not really surprised he sort of went about it this way. He left to coach LSU while Ole Miss is still in the playoffs. And then there were stories that came out that he told his coaching staff that, like, he sent a plane from LSU back to Ole Miss, and he was like, hey, coach, he told, like, the Ole Miss coaching staff, he was like, if you get on this plane, you'll have a job with LSU. If not, whatever. And the only person to get on that plane was the offensive coordinator. Because I think they're like, I could be wrong. I think the offensive coordinator is his brother-in-law, but I could just be making that up. But I know they're really close friends. But the offensive coordinator was the only one to get on that plane. Everybody else with Ole Miss stayed. And then Lane, once he officially took the job at LSU, he made like you know how they make like them notes messages on, and they posted to like their social media saying, oh man, we want, thank you guys for the opportunity and blah, blah, blah. Thanks to Ole Miss. He did one of those. And in the letter, he said that he wanted to coach in the playoff, but the athletic director at Ole Miss told him no, despite all his Ole Miss players saying that they wanted him to be their head coach for the playoffs and everything. But since then, players have came out and be like, no, nigga, we never said that. We don't like you no more. We don't rock with you and blah, blah, blah. So it's just like a whole mess. And like, in like my limited knowledge of Lane Kiffin, I know that to be the Lane Kiffin experience. And he's probably going to end up leaving LSU eventually for whatever next big like, honestly, the only other big coaching jobs he can go to after LSU, if he wants to keep rising in the ranks, is like Texas and Bama.
It's Bama, bro.
Yeah, so whenever that Bama job comes open, because it probably will soon, because they don't like Kalen DeBoer, their current coach. But whenever that Bama job comes open, he's probably going to do the same thing and get the same type of hate and blah, 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 and just a cycle.
I think a lot of people even speculated that the only reason he took the LSU job was the fact that he was waiting on the results of the Iron Bowl, because they felt like if Alabama lost that Iron Bowl, that they would have fired the Bowl, like not right then and there, but they was going to fire him. And ultimately, I think Lane Kiffin wants to get to that, that Alabama, but he'll go to LSU route too. Nick Saban went to LSU. I mean, LSU is, is still a big ass
like
school.
One of the bigger colleges in college football. So
they don't won natties in our lifetime and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. I think it fucks up the players, because it's like, okay, our head coach is gone right before playoff time. If I want to transfer, I would have to do it in the midst of foregoing the playoffs. And then for like,
you can transfer like when the season's officially all the way done, but like, so I get what you're saying, but still.
But like that recruiting process is like very, like those is very important. Which leads me to another discussion of why are we playing why are we playing football not deep into, but like almost the start of the second semester. Like, bro. I think things would have been, he's still a hoe regardless, but I think things would have been a lot better if week 0 was really week 1. If they just if they scooted the schedule back one entire week to the point where you are now playing your conference championship games during that Thanksgiving week, then you know who's making the playoffs, who's not. You can make your decision as a coach, because December apparently is like a big recruiting month for coaches and whatever. And then when the portal opens in January, there's a short window to get the best, your guys, the best players, or whatever the fuck is going on. I feel like that would have been at least better for the players if they just made everything a week before. I don't know why I don't know why we waited until like August 30th for week 1.
It's because it's college football, and they don't. They say they care about the players, but they actually don't. Like,
they don't give a fuck, bro.
Because college players, I mean, they're getting paid now, but it took them however long to get paid. They're not getting any type of extra compensation from like the school or like any of their conferences for all like the playoff games and stuff they're doing, because they are ending up playing like, I think it's going to be like in addition, like if you make the playoffs, you're probably going to play like an additional, I think like 3 games or something like that. It's just it's a whole mess though. They don't like they wanted this playoff so they can get away from like the BCS bowl and everything, and how that used to just be like a complicated mathematic system to determine who's like the number 1 and 2 teams. But then you get to the playoffs and it's just a group of niggas in a room debating on who's the team number 1 through 12, and then they go into the playoffs, and then like it's just a
And
like
why
the problem is never the problem is still the same. Change who's causing it. Like it's I don't. There's no correct answer. There's no good solution for this, to be honest with you, because all of it is opinion based.
And I've never been a fan of 12. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been a fan of 12 teams. I thought 4 was egregious, but I thought 12 was too much. Like I was like, yo, just do 8. In my mind, I was like, just do 8, because who the fuck cares about Boise State getting in this bitch? Be honest with yourself.
12 is a whole lot, bro. I don't know why they jump from 4 to 12 is a big.
That's a big ass jump, nigga. That's so because it's like now you're putting in teams that you know have no shot to winning this all. You just we're just happy to have an appearance, Tulane. But it's just like, nigga, who the fuck cares? Like, just have it at 8 so that you can squeeze in that fucking whatever SEC team that had a slow start, but you know they're clicking at the right time and they're making a case for each other. But now, because you have 12, now you have other teams that are trying to push for, you know, if you give a mouse a cookie, they'll ask for milk. Now you got niggas like, you expand this shit to 16. No, we're not. Oh, but now you have these lower and lesser schools. Now that they see schools that are on their tier getting in, so shit, if they can get in and we're better, you need to expand. No, we're not expanding. They actually need to take some spots away. They need to take some spots away. It need to be 8. I've always said that. I don't know why this is a thing. It's stupid. It's like they're treating it like March Madness, where like if you win your conference championship, it's like an automatic bid. I'm like, you know, you finna get your ass stumped by Georgia, nigga. You're wasting time.
I'm not gonna hold you though. If you do win your conference championship, it should be an automatic bid.
I'm like, that's fine, but like your automatic bid as a Boise State, I'm not trying. You're not gonna win, nigga. Why do you have an automatic?
Well, like a team like Boise State will get stumped, but I'm just saying, like, because they got teams like. I'm looking at the playoff bracket now, like Texas Tech, who's been great this season. They're in it.
Yeah, for sure. If you're P5, for sure.
They didn't win. They're not winning their conference championship. Never mind. Texas Tech did, I think, actually.
Was it BYU?
Texas A&M is who I'm thinking of. My bad. Texas A&M. They've been having a great season so far, but they're not going to win that conference championship because that conference championship is going to be like, I believe Georgia and Bama, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I think it would have to be. Yeah, it would have to be one of those. It had to be Georgia or somebody.
Yeah, I believe it's Georgia and Bama. Despite the fact A&M had a great season, like they shouldn't be in. Like it's not. I don't think like I said, 12 is too big. But like I just think it should be like conference champions, and really that's it. To be honest, whatever, man. Football is weird now.
It's conference championships and. I guess what the wild card niggas maybe you're just debating the wild cards, and at that point, give me the best wild card. I don't care about
you just win like the four, like the 4 teams behind it or whatever. It's all stupid to me. But back to Lane Kiffin real fast. He's now the highest paid head coach, I believe, in college football. They signed. I don't know the buyout. They haven't released that. But they signed him to a 7-year, $91 million contract. So he'll get $13 million annually. And I think they gave him an extra $1 million because he was coaching for the playoffs. I think the coaches get paid extra. So, but he's no longer Ole Miss's coach. So he's going to miss out on that $1 million. But LSU was like, you know what? Here's an extra $1 million just because. So, yeah.
Is he a hoe?
It's going to be funny when. Oh, for sure. And he apologized to that reporter too, so like even more of shit. Cause like you won the argument, just stand on it. But I don't.
And you sent them the AI image.
People are weird. And then since finding out he's the coach of, or finding out he's going to LSU, so much weird stuff that came out about Lane Kiffin and his family. They found out he's weird and like he goes to like local yoga classes and like is weird to the people. Not like creepy weird. But like just a weird, creepy a little bit, but not in like the bad way. He's just creepy in like a nigga, you're weird type of way. Like they'll be like, oh, he'll go to class and just like mess with the temperature or fart on like the P. I don't know, nigga weird.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know, he's just weird.
The obnoxious weird.
Yeah, obnoxious weird. And what else? Is that up here still? I saw something that said, oh yeah, 24 hours after landing in Baton Rouge, he was doing yoga with LSU's one of their sororities and stuff like that. He's just an odd nigga, bro. He's just an odd.
Come on now, that nigga there, bro. That, like I said, it's going to be. This won't be his last time doing this. When that Bama job happens, he's going to go. He's going.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Do you think he would have made some noise at Ole Miss? Like, he could have made it like all the way to the championship with this roster, or was it one of those things like, nah?
I mean,
like,
possibly. Ole Miss has a good season. Like, they're 11-1. Yeah, like so he for sure had a possibility of making it. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. But I guess we'll never know. It'd be funny if Ole Miss wins the national championship though without him. That would be funny.
Does he have a natty under his belt?
No, he's not even like. I
like
think
even
his record as like he's not even the coach. Like, let me see if I can find his all-time record. Head coaching is 117 wins and 53 losses. So that's a 69% winning percentage. But like the LSU coach they just fired had like I think a better winning. Like Brian Kelly, he had a better winning percentage than him. It's just like he's not. He's been okay as a coach, but he's not that good.
Yeah, this nigga. All these coaches are dickheads, so it really doesn't matter. They all have a few loose screws. Yeah, I guess he'll fit right in with LSU. That doesn't really surprise me. But damn. Oh, shit. I guess whole ass nigga. Since you apologize,
let's go ahead and get to the NBA though, because it's been a sad week. Slightly entertaining though, because it's very funny. Like a lot of stuff come out, it's very funny, but a sad week nonetheless. I forget what day this happened. Was it Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
I don't know. Whenever it got announced, and this got announced at 3 a.m. I was up. Was it Tuesday night or Wednesday morning? Because it got announced at 3 a.m.
Wednesday morning for sure. Wednesday morning.
It got announced at 3 because I was up. I seen it and I was like, "Why am I getting this notification now?" But
you were up.
Yes, bro. I'm Batman. I got to protect the city at night.
You right, bro.
I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I was like, what is this? But the LA Clippers have cut the GOAT. They've cut Chris Paul.
Unofficially.
Unofficially?
Well, he can't legally get cut until December 15th. But yes, they essentially
go home, nigga. Take your ass home, nigga.
Basically told that nigga, go home, nigga. Take your ass home, nigga. But yes, once December 15th hits, they are officially getting that nigga off the roster. But yes, basically he got cut. He got waived.
But like I said, this got announced at 3 a.m. The Clippers were on a road trip when this happened. They were at like the Miami airport. They were going to Atlanta from Miami, but there was like some plane problems. So they were like stuck on like the runway for a very long time. And then that's when the team learned that they cut or they waived or released or whatever you want. That's when the team learned that. That's when his teammates learned that the Clippers had sent him home. Since then, stuff has came out that him and Tyronn Lue, the Clippers head coach, they weren't on speaking terms with each other anymore. People had an issue with Chris Paul's leadership style and how vocal he was and blah, blah, blah. And
locker room lawyering is what they said.
Locker room loitering?
Locker room lawyering is what they called it.
I mean, Chris Paul has been known to be a quote-unquote annoying or hard to get along with player because he demands a lot from people. But, like, when you have the resume Chris Paul has, like, yes, he hasn't won a championship, but he's still, like, nigga, he's still Chris Paul. And every team that he goes to basically performs well. So, like, I get why Chris Paul is the way he is. But, yeah, since this happened, who was it? Lawrence Frank, I think he's the Clippers GM or something like that. Yes. He came out and said, hey, guys, we let Chris Paul go, but we're not using him as a scapegoat for all of our troubles. And I was just like, brother, we know Chris Paul wasn't responsible for you guys' problem. I didn't play him in the first place.
He wasn't getting enough run for you to even justify that it was going to happen like that. That's crazy. Yeah. And he just got a contract extension.
Yeah.
So,
but this whole Chris Paul thing is this is also Chris Paul. He said it's going to be his last year. This sort of sucks as not even sort of suck. It does suck as a final year in the NBA. And I think I've seen something that said he doesn't know if he's going to try to join another team or not. I hope he does. I really think he should go to the Rockets because they just need somebody to mentor those young guards. Because that's one thing Chris Paul can do for sure.
He can mentor a guard.
But it just sucks, and it's messy how they did it.
Yeah, it was messy how they did it. I also believe that I think Chris Paul hasn't officially said it, but I think there are reports that he's saying like it's not over for him. Like he's going to try to get on the team. He's going to try to find. He's not trying to end it like this. He's trying to end it on a high note. So good for him. And before I say what I'm about to say, when you are Chris Paul, there should never be a situation where it is your retirement year and this is how you get treated and this is how they send you off. It should never happen, okay? That being said, everybody's at fault for this. Everybody involved is at fault, nigga. I'm not going to lie to you. Chris Paul included. I'm not going to lie.
What did he do?
I'm saying everybody has a shared blame into how this ultimately ended. I'm not agreeing with the ultimate ending because you need to figure out a way to figure it out with Chris Paul, nigga. It's just 4 more months. Figure this shit out because that's bullshit. You can't do whatever the fuck you do. But I'll say this: it's one thing for management to not fuck with you and not get along with you. It's also another thing if you button with your head coach. It's also another thing if you're not rocking with players. When all three are happening simultaneously at the same time. I'm not trying to blame Chris Paul. I just need to know what the fuck Chris Paul did for all three to say, hey, we are okay with letting Chris Paul go, nigga.
I don't know how much he butted head with his teammates, but I mean, it's Chris Paul, so he might have. But like, I think Chris Paul's just being his normal self, and that's like hard on people in like vocal, trying to hold him accountable. And like when you're struggling like the Clippers are, they're probably like, we don't want to hear that shit right now. And Tyronn Lue, like, I think he's a good coach, but I think this might be his last year with the Clippers. I think the Clippers just need to blow everything up completely. Even the stadium that they just built. Actually, no, that stadium is nice. So maybe
that's crazy.
Like, everything else. Yeah, like it's low-key nice. They should probably keep that. Like everybody that's on this roster right now should not be on the roster next season. I don't care. The entire team just needs to get fleshed out completely. Kawhi needs to retire. James Harden needs to go somewhere because James Harden's still cooking. So like whoever needs a point guard for real, he needs to go there. Bradley Beal also needs to retire. Shoot.
Yeah.
Zubats. They could probably get something for Zubats. Maybe they'll get something for John Collins, although he's not always traded, but he was always in trade rumors. I don't know. They just need to just destroy the whole team and rebuild it because it's terrible. Well, and they still got Pablo Torre investigating them. So
and they haven't killed him yet. Stay on your toes, nigga, I guess. But when I first heard the news, I was like, now what the fuck could have happened? Like, even if, because he doesn't make enough money for the cap situation to like be affected. This is
he's making like a minimum, right?
Yeah, he's making a minimum. And on top of that, he is quite literally your best player in franchise history. His numbers going in the fucking Raptors because the Clippers don't have any success and Lob City rejuvenated. We've already had that conversation when he
made them relevant.
Made them fucking relevant alongside with Blake Griffin. But CP3 is what really drove these niggas. So I was just like, that's dumb, because in my mind I was like, damn, at bare minimum, like they could have still used him for his wisdom. And as soon as I heard the word wisdom, that's when I stopped. I was like, that's the disconnect that I have. That's where I went wrong. I said the word wisdom, and I have to remember that this nigga is not an OKC and he's not with the San Antonio Spurs. He's dealing with the unction. He is dealing with his fucking peers. He is dealing with his fucking
team
peers.
in the NBA.
Like this,
everybody on that team 35.
Like him having this mentality in OKC, yeah, that makes sense because they are young and they're going to treat him a certain way because that's fucking Chris Paul. That's point guard. When you go to the Spurs, they already coach hard anyway, and you got young niggas, especially your best young nigga out here getting trained by monks. Of course, he's just going to respect his elders. Even if he don't agree with shit, he's just finna let, it's point guard. When you go to the unction and you were dealing with old ass niggas that are quote unquote, they're literally your peers. at your peak, you was battling with or against these niggas. It's different, even if it's the right or wrong approach. It just hits different when a nigga nagging you. Shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. Ain't you not helping us? That's the mentality, especially when you have a James Harden there. And you already know how I feel about Unk reunions. Like if you played in the past before, I don't agree that you need to rehash that shit out and try to do it again. No, it never really works out unless you're LeBron James one good time. Yeah, it's just like your Bradley Bills of the world, like all these niggas in their mid-30s, they on some, yeah, shut the fuck up. And you ain't won a ring? Like I said, I don't have to, we don't have to agree with it. You can call them soft all you want, but it's different. I have the analogy. This is the perfect analogy for any of my family that's watching the podcast. Every year when I used to be in Houston, I would have to go, me and my granny would have to go get the Christmas tree out and decorate that motherfucker. Hashtag, she would just sit down and just watch me put the shit up. There was no help involved. She just out here directing traffic. Pick this shit up. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And because that's my granny, I'm not finna be like, hey, yo, calm your ass down. I'm not doing that. I'm going to respect my elders and do that. Because I'm no longer doing that. These past 2 Christmases, my great uncle, my granny's brother, he's the one that's now putting up the Christmas tree. And she still tries to do all that and do all this directing and politicking and whatever, even though she is the younger brother. At some point, I heard over the, hey, yo, sit your ass down, Hetty. Like that nigga was fed up after like 5 pick that ups because that nigga's still 70 and that's still a grown ass man and there's still a peer-to-peer situation going on. So I say all that to say, look, Chris Paul, I bet you are a great leader, but I'm gonna be honest. I do think that true leadership and being a really great leader is being able to adapt to your situation and still being able to lead without just a my way or the highway ass nigga. Because I can kind of see how Chris Paul got it off. Like when I was the man here, like we wasn't doing it ain't look this bad. Like I could tell CP was getting some shit off, bro. You can't tell me Chris Paul wasn't giving it up. He was saying some crazy shit for everybody involved to say no.
It's really just to not be speaking terms with your coach. Like
refused.
I feel like that's more on the coach too, because like nigga, y'all are both grown men, but like you are the coach, nigga. Stop. Just talk to the nigga, bro. I don't know.
But like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what did you say? What did you like? What was the back and forth? Because before this, and I know opinions can change. I never viewed Ty Lue as a whole ass nigga a day in my life. Like I've been the standard that I've known Ty Lue is. Ty Lue has been one of the few coaches that was able to still challenge and hold LeBron accountable and be able to say what needs to be said in the locker room, and he's not afraid of X, Y, and Z. So if that's the mentality that I have, and the reports are true that you refuse to go with Chris Paul, I'm looking at it like, okay, what the fuck changed? And secondhand, as much as I fuck with CP3, nigga, what did you say? What did you say? Because still, even though there are players that are saying, yo, that shit shocked me, nobody in the locker room saying, yo, this some bullshit. Why is he not here? Because I'm going to say this, even when Carmelo Anthony was with the Houston Rockets for a very short term, for like 10 games, and it didn't look like it worked out, and he got snaked out, and they just released that nigga. There were still 2 or 3... There were still 2 or 3 niggas. Now, James Harden, he's still going to be politically correct and be like, oh, my God, shit, we move. But there were still niggas in the locker room like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's a Hall of Fame. Like, there were still niggas speaking out. The fact that nobody's speaking out is crazy.
Everybody in the Clippers is a like, Kawhi Leonard doesn't speak. James Harden's politically correct. And Bradley Beal's not playing, so he's not even, like, really at the facilities and stuff like that. Like, everybody, and nobody else is a star. So, like, no one else is going to say anything or speak out. So, what can you expect? Nothing, for real.
And Jeff Teague said something. And Jeff Teague said something really funny. He was like, and if I'm Chris Paul, why the fuck you care so much?
Because this is my last year, nigga. I don't want to go out like no hoe.
I mean, nobody's blaming you. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's blaming Chris Paul for this. Like, for them being 5 and 13. Why you being so hard? Like, why you going so hard for it? Like, just be on some Jeff. They were just saying like, yo, just be on some Jeff Green shit.
Because like this is supposed to be my last year. He for sure wants a farewell tour. He's not getting that, and then he's not even getting the chance to play. And the team sucks, like, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little upset.
I think one is heightened more than the other. And I'm not playing. I just think nigga wanted to play more. That's really what it is. I think he really wanted to play more. And shit, if I can't play more, I'm finna just tell y'all what the fuck y'all doing wrong.
Especially if we're trash and I'm still not playing, like, because now it's just like, what do we have to lose? Nothing.
Yeah, just put. Yeah, you know, like, because he's been hinting at a retirement even in the summer, but then he officially announced it like 3 weeks into the season, talking about, yeah, this is my last year. And then all of a sudden we started seeing him and like at the Charlotte Hornets game, like, oh, like we're gonna put CP3 in, give him the standing ovation the last 4 minutes of the game. Like, yeah, he just wanted to play. I think wanting to play and them saying fuck no is that's probably his bigger issue than that. And I think his mouth just got a little bit louder every time he wasn't playing, because he's like, yo, if I'm not playing, nigga, I'm gonna tell y'all what's wrong. I'm gonna tell y'all where y'all fucking up. If I was in this bitch, we wouldn't be. I could tell. See, like, CP not slick. CP not slick, bro. He not slick at all. But like I said, regardless of. And we probably may never get the real reason or what was really said between a lot of these people. One thing is said, there's still no excuse for it to end like this. And this is what I call a poverty franchise. This is what a real poverty franchise is. The Lakers wouldn't do no stupid shit like this. OKC wouldn't do no stupid shit like this. The Spurs wouldn't do no shit like this. Hell, even the Rockets wouldn't do no shit like this. Miami wouldn't do no shit like this. There are certain franchises that there's a difference between some down years and some slumps and a true poverty franchise. The Clippers are one of those poverty franchises. Y'all just won the lottery a couple times. Y'all still don't know how to handle that money. Y'all got blessed with Steve Ballmer. That's about it. Y'all still a poverty franchise, my nigga, because that's how y'all move. That's what it is, though.
Yeah, I got a question, though. We said the Clippers are a poverty franchise. We get that. If the Bucks trade Giannis, because he did just ask, or not just, but earlier this offseason, he was discussing whether or not he should stay in Milwaukee, if he should get a trade. It came out that he did request a trade to the New York Knicks earlier. If the Bucks release, or if the Bucks trade for Giannis, would they become a poverty franchise?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that they'd be. I don't say that they'll turn into a poverty franchise, because a poverty franchise is just when you're a poverty franchise, you can have a splash good year there, here and there, but there's still some consistency in the front office. They'll be on the cusp, though. They'll be on the cusp, because why are you still paying 5 head coaches? That's still crazy. That's crazy. Why are you still paying like Budenholzer and shit? But nah, like there definitely there's levels to it. But yeah, I think it's that. I think they've done everything that they possibly could to help Giannis in this situation. I think Miles Turner was like their last Hail Mary attempt to keep this nigga. But I think that's not enough.
Miles Turner is your Hail Mary, and I like Miles Turner.
That's not moving the needle. But I think when they traded Dame, I think that's what really did it. I think that's when he said, "Okay, I'm ready to go," because he still doesn't understand why they traded Dame, and I think most athletes don't really understand like the role of a GM. So I'm not even that upset that they traded Dame back, but you know he's trying to compete. So there's still 10 other teams I'll put over. I'll put over the Bucks when it comes to poverty. So no.
That's fair. But like we said, Giannis, he's been weighing his options. Do I want to stay in Milwaukee or not? Blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, I'm just like, I think he wants to go. I know he said he wanted to go to New York because like that's the only one of the airports in New York, like the only airport that like a nonstop flight to Greece, and that's where his family lives. I think he moved
he moved his wife and kids are in Greece right now.
They're there as well. But like, honestly, I think I was against it a little bit in the offseason, but now it's like, bro, I don't even care no more. I'm with the way. Just send Giannis, just put Giannis and Wemby together. Let him be like David Robinson and Tim Duncan together. Let's just see what happens, you know. Like that's where I'm at with it. I don't really care for real. Just let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I hate when teams like I hate when teams try to feel like the team of the disgruntled star player. They'll be like, you know, make sure you get whatever, like market value for you know, don't leave nothing on the table. send them, give us the, the best trade package available type stuff for Giannis. And respectfully, you're never going to get full value when you trade a superstar. You can't. And it gets even worse when they know exactly where they want to go. Like, you do a better job trying to just trade them to the place that they want to go once it's publicly said than to try to find the better trade package. Because respectfully, once everybody knows that he wants to go to New York, why the fuck would other trade packages look better? They're going to try to keep their assets because they're going to be like, okay, like, I'm not giving you the whole farm because I know where he wants to go. If I go and give you all this, all this shit, and that nigga leaves in a year or 2 years, nah. Like, the same thing with the with Kevin Durant. It was like, okay, like, at some point, you gonna have to. You're not getting 4 first round. You're not, because that nigga knows exactly where he wants to go. Point blank simple. And it just works that way. So with the Spurs make a lot of sense.
About trade packages. Like, the Spurs could, like, the best team with the best trade package for Giannis is OKC, but they're 21-1 or whatever. They're not trading for anybody. They don't need to trade for anybody. So
they don't need to trade for nobody. Yeah.
But the Spurs, I think they have a really good package. Like, that was crazy to say. They have a really good trade package. Like, you could put together any one of, like, their young. I'm pretty sure they have some high draft picks coming up. You put together any of their young guards, because I think Stephon Castle's good. Or not even think he is good. He was rookie of the year last year. Then Dylan Harper, he's good. Even De'Aaron Fox, he's not as young as them, but he's not old.
He's like 27. So
yeah, you can put him in the trade if you want. Like, I think they have enough to get a very good deal for Giannis, and I think it'd work. Because, like, regardless, I don't think, like, no matter who they send out, they're still gonna have a guard with them, because they're not sending all 3 guards. That'd be stupid and insane. No. So, like, regardless, they're gonna have, like, 1 guard with them. So I really think the Spurs are, like, the best fit in the situation. It'd be interesting to see Wemby and Giannis, like, not in his prime Wemby with in his prime Giannis, and see how that works out. Because I just know they'll be disgusting on defense. I know that much for sure. Like, teams will be scoring like 80 points on them.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, if I'm the Spurs, the only people that I would say, quote unquote untouchable would be Wemby and Dylan Harper. That's just me. I'm a little bit higher on Dylan Harper than the other 2 guards. If you package anything between Stephon Castle, maybe De'Aaron Fox, and a couple draft picks, because I know they have draft capital, and throw
even a player like Vassell if they need to or whatever. Like, sure, fuck it.
Or Sohan, get that nigga out of here, bro. Fuck. At this point, he got to stay. At this point, this nigga I gotta stop hating on this nigga,
bro. Like, Wemby needs somebody he can speak French with, bro. I get it.
Yeah, I guess, I'm gonna get off that. But yeah, the Spurs make sense. The only thing about that is that he doesn't have it's not necessarily a big market, but I mean that's what he asked for. So it's like, okay, if that's the only thing, he might be able to just be open to that if he knows he can win a championship. And then, like, the Knicks could work, but the Spurs have a better.
The Knicks would suck traded for Giannis.
The Spurs would have better assets than the Knicks, because the Knicks would have to give up like a OG Anunoby and like Josh Hart, which are 2 older people on like very long deals, which is the Bucks wouldn't want that either. So that wouldn't make sense. A sneaky team. And I say sneaky team that have some assets in a big market, but I don't know if they're going to win anything, would be Atlanta. But
I was thinking about Atlanta.
That's just because they have a big market. But the fact that these niggas have an unprotected first round pick from the fucking New Orleans Pelicans and some other assets, like, that is very, because they're really talking about how good this upcoming draft class is going to be in 2026. Like, if you're anywhere in the lottery, you can get a very quality player. The fact that they're like the worst in the league, you can fuck around and get Cam Boozer, low key. You can fuck around and get one of these AJ DeBencio, the other TikTok edit nigga, like, yeah. I don't think but like I said, in a perfect world, I would say the Spurs, but anything can happen, literally. I think if OKC never won, this past year, shit, they probably would have been in real contention to go get that nigga. For real.
I still don't think they would. But like, I mean, I'm not. Ever since the Luka thing, I'm no trade in the NBA is going to surprise me because I'm always going to be like, I mean, Luka got traded and he got traded for
exactly,
nothing,
bro.
So I'm never going to be surprised about any NBA trade, no matter what. Now, so it is what it is. But so like they said, like this report says, a resolution is expected in the coming weeks. Do you think he's getting traded?
Oh, for sure, he's out of there. He's out of there. Does it happen? Giannis just seems like a nigga that's just gonna get dealt in February though. Like even if they have a resolution in the coming weeks, it just seems like a very February 1st ass nigga to me. February 3rd. I know he got injured recently. He's gonna be out for like 2 to 4 weeks, so basically a month. He'll come back in January. People sleep on this stat, and I keep talking about this every year. January is probably when the best basketball is played. That's when you get not best basketball, but I'm saying like some of your best performances statistically by individual players happens in the month of January. Like when it comes to like the Kobe's 81 or, you know, those weird Joel Embiid 70-point games, the 60-point, the 60-20-20 from Luka, the 50-point Clay bomb off the Achilles. You know, there's a whole lot of 60 and 70s. So basically I brought that up to kind of say, yeah, even when Giannis bounces back, it's just something about the month of January where your stats go crazy enough, somebody's going to be like, hey, yo, look, we are Giannis away. Let's go ahead and make it. Let's go ahead and just make it happen. And, you know, I think a lot of people kind of get mesmerized by the month of January. And you know, we'll see if I'm right this go around, but it just seems like every January you see a 70 bomb, a 60 bomb.
I mean, you've been has it been 70? No, it hasn't been 70 this year, but it's been hella 50s, bro.
Hella 50s.
Like Jamal Murray just put a 52. I'm just like, do this not feel crazy a little bit? Like,
yeah, like Austin Reeves had like what 46 yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, this Austin Reeves shit is blowing my fucking mind. Nigga, it's blowing my fucking mind. I thought he was a solid player. This nigga's averaging like 30 points. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, this nigga's redraft finna go crazy. His 2021 redraft, gotta bump him up now.
You know, I'm like, where did this come from with Austin Reeves? Like, yes, he was getting, but 30 points a game? Like, what the hell? Does he have 50? I know he got like close to 50.
He got at least 150. He has at least.
I know he has like a 50. I think he might have like a 49 as well. He just
a couple 40s, a game winner.
What are we doing here? Like, where did this come from with Austin Reeves, bro?
How old is this nigga?
He's 27.
Is he defying the odds right before our very eyes, nigga? Because you are what you are at 24 now.
I think he was in college at 24 still, right?
Oh my God, really?
Because he did I know he did all 4 of his years in college. So no, he was in the league. He might have been G League at 27. I mean, he is
20. He is 27. He
might have been G League at 24. But still, it's just like, nigga, what the hell? Like, where is this coming from, white man?
Yeah, so like, he was 23 when he got. Did he get drafted, or was he like
he was undrafted? Like, bro, what?
Fuck. Wichita State. Yeah, Wichita State. Then he transferred to Oklahoma. Damn. He came in with us, actually. Fuck.
Bro, I'm like,
hey, letting niggas know it's never too late to get the popping. It's never too late to get a pop. This nigga defied the 24-year-old odd. Damn.
He might have been in G League dropping 50 at 24 though. I don't know his G League stats.
Yeah.
But it just don't make sense.
It don't matter at that point. This nigga look like somebody you can build around type shit. You know, just not like what? Shout out to the 98. Shout out to the 98 niggas.
This is all LeBron was asking AD to do. This is all LeBron was asking AD to do.
We needed this Austin Reeves last year and the year before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this kind of production.
Yeah, no. Austin Reeves is doing this. Luka would still be a Maverick.
My God, the fact that nigga has Luka. We have wait, hold on. Is this the best? This got to be the best, the best white backcourt
in the NBA right now. Yeah,
ever. Who got a better white backcourt?
I don't know, but I know like Jerry West with a white dude. Because I know Jerry West was getting to it.
The fact that we don't know,
but we already speaking volumes. White people know more because I'm not going back and watching no nigga from the 70s. Right?
Who was in the backcourt with John Stockton?
Shit, I don't know. I don't even put John Stockton as one of the ones because John Stockton. So like,
you know
regardless, I wouldn't pick.
Steve Nash always had somebody black next to him. Jason Williams had to have a black guard.
There was like Jason Williams isn't good enough to as Luka or Austin Reeves, so it wouldn't even like measure out. Like they might be.
This might be the best This might be the best white backcourt of all time.
I'm looking it up. People are saying Bob Cousy and John Havlicek.
Come on now.
They only played one season together. But granted, Austin Reeves and Luka haven't played that much yet. They're saying Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. That's probably they got a ring with that as well. So maybe
I'm not moved. I'm not moved yet.
Best white back. It says Steph and Clay.
I'm not moved, bro. This is the best white backcourt of all time, bro. I'm stamping it right now.
Josh Giddey and Kobe White.
That's a black man, nigga.
His last name is what? I said best white backcourt.
This nigga. Shit. I'm trying to remember who was the point guard before SGA. Was it just an immediate SGA shift after Russ left?
Yeah, because that was the offseason they traded Paul George.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you had like a Josh Giddey Poku lineup.
Nah, I think SGA was before Giddey as well.
SGA was definitely before Giddey. Giddey was 2021. Yeah. Yeah, I'm stamping it right now. There's not a backcourt better, bro. There's not a white backcourt better. I stand on it. As soon as niggas start saying Bob Cousy, I'm like, yeah, we're here, nigga.
Yeah, after Russ, it was right to SGA.
Yeah, nah.
Him and Dennis Schroeder. And Chris Paul was there too.
That's crazy, bro. This is insane. Back to
but Greg, I think it is about that time right now.
I do agree, man. Now, we didn't tell each other who we had yesterday, but I pretty much assumed we were both rooting for the same people, and we're just gonna take that L.
For sure.
I
had no I forgot. I had no expectations. So
I was like, damn. I low key. I was actually working the show, and I was like, oh, who playing today? I'm like, it's us.
Exactly.
It's like, damn, Thursday again? In my mind. Like, damn, again? Damn. But I turned this shit off, and then at some point they came back. I was like, oh, let me turn it back on. And that was even a worse decision. Because, yeah, I don't want to talk about it no more. It's cool. Y'all, but anyway, not tonight, but Sunday night. Sunday night, we have the Chiefs versus the Texans in Arrowhead.
Okay.
The Chiefs, every time they keep saying, "Oh my God, the Chiefs are on the brink. They're on the brink."
They are. I think that.
I'm just like,
this is the one they actually need to win.
They told me that last week. They told me that against the Cowboys. Oh, this the one they have to have.
No, but the Cowboys was hypothetical. I think this is like if they lose, it's mathematically impossible. I think for them to get
okay. Well, no, Jax, who do you have?
With that being said, I'm gonna take the Chiefs because I think they're going to try their absolute fucking hardest to win.
I don't know how CJ Stroud does in the cold, but it will be pretty goddamn cold. Not gonna lie to you. It'll probably be close to 13. But I don't know, man. I got faith in the Texans defense. I'm gonna go Texans.
That's like Texas defense is monsters. That's the only thing. But like I said, Mahomes is probably going to
do some Mahomes things.
He hasn't brought out the black magic this season yet, so he might have to bring that out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Monday night we have the Eagles versus the Chargers, both 8-4. This will be in
a much worse record.
Nah, it's just people don't talk about them because nobody give a fuck about them. Weirdly enough. But Jax, who do you have?
I don't know if Justin Herbert is playing because he broke his hand.
He is playing.
Oh, okay. Even if he wasn't, I'd still take the Chargers because it's Trey Lance season. But I'm taking the Chargers because the Eagles have been looking like cheeks lately, and they all hate each other. Have you seen the Hard Knocks in season 1?
Yes.
They hate Jalen Hurts too, or at least they're trying their hardest to make Jalen Hurts look trash, and it's working. It's working.
And I don't know why. I was like, I didn't know they were going to start like in the middle of the season, but I mean, I guess that in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, like I thought they were going to start a little bit earlier, not crazy earlier, but I thought they were going to start earlier than that. But I'm not complaining. But they they start right on Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, the week before Thanksgiving. Eagles built the ass. I don't even know why they what you call it? I don't even know why the Giants is even in this bitch for real. Nothing to talk about with them niggas. Them niggas already eliminated. But I have the Chargers because mathematically I need them to lose out. If you know, you know. But Jax, who do you have as your lock of the week?
Rams are going to be. I don't want to go against Jacoby Brissett. Never mind. Let me not do that one. I like Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
My lock of the week. Let me get the Bucks over the Saints. Y'all do that.
I bet. All right, man. Look, I'm putting my wrist up again. Give me the Browns over the Titans, because nigga, if you can't beat the Titans, man, look.
Bro, I need Cam Ward to get a win just because I be seeing like the highlights of him doing like the most spectacular shit in the world, and then he delivers an improbable pass and it just bounces off his receiver's hands. It be making me sad, bro. So I want Cam Ward to get at least one more win.
Yeah, I share them same sentiments. Shedeur needs a win more. If that nigga want to play starting football, he gonna have to get this win.
Brother, they don't want him to start next season, regardless. If the Browns get a top 5 pick, no matter what, they're drafting him.
Oh yeah, for sure. But is that
right now.
But is that quarterback gonna be better than Shedeur? Who the fuck knows? It's in fucking Cleveland.
They're gonna draft that quarterback, and he's going to start. He's going to start over Shedeur.
Amen. What Jameis wants to say? The horses is prepared for battle, but the victory is in the Lord. It's within the Lord. Amen. It's a prayer warrior. Anyway, Jax, what's your upset?
All right, my upset. Give me the Bengals over the Bills.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. That makes sense. That one makes fucking sense. Damn. My upset. I don't know why this isn't an. I don't know why this is an upset, because they have a better record, but they have Green Bay with like damn near a 7-point spread. Give me the Bears over the Packers. Give me the Bears.
Green Bay is better, but they just
are they?
I think they are. They just hoop that hoe. It's very weird how they. I don't know. It's very weird.
The way these Bears has been hooping, nigga. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the Eagles are just that poo for me to just be like feeling this way. But give me the Bears over the Packers, bro. You know, shout out to the nail polish community, bro. I'm rocking with y'all today. And that will do it for that. And Jax, it is time for the moment we've been waiting for. Find a goddamn button. Here you go. Oh, shit. Oh, here you go, doing this weird shit. Jax, what is your hot take of the week?
Hot take, short and sweet. The first nigga to make 7-Up cake was an insane Negro. That is my hot take. Because who thinks to put soda in and also on a cake? And then why did you choose 7-Up of all things? Like, 7-Up cake is great. I think it's great. Very sweet, but great. But still, like, how did that get into your head to do that? Like, the nigga who makes that insane. I don't get it. I don't get it.
A 7-Up, he knocked that shit over and it hit the cake by accident.
Yeah, like, I don't know what made you think of that.
And his nasty ass was like, nah, this shit's still good. Let me eat around it. And he low key nibbled it and he was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
y'all might have did something. Y'all might have did something with that shit, bro. Yeah, bro. I agree. I don't remember the last time I had 7-Up cake.
I just seen one of them because, like, you know, they sell them like in like the a little like container. Or I guess they don't. They might not do it up there, but like it's in gas stations sometimes. Like the little like small version or whatever. And I seen those, just like, who thought of making you, and why did they think of that?
Nah, that's dead ass. Because how did we get here? Literally, how did we get here? That's a good hot take.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't tell the difference between a pound cake and a 7-Up cake. Sometimes they be tasting the same to me sometimes. Like not the individual packaged ones. I'm talking about like the circular, like it's in a container.
Yeah, the ones who make the circular ones that they just must not be making it right. Because pound cake got distinct. And then 7-Up cake, sometimes they be having like the little.
I'm talking about store bought.
Yeah, but like sometimes like the 7-Up cakes be having a little icing or glaze from the 7-Up or whatever it is called. Like pound cakes don't normally have, or at least when I have pound cake, don't normally have that.
I thought all pound cake had the glaze. No, well, all the pound cakes I be having some glaze on the top of it.
No, sir. My mom make pound. My mom probably like the pound cake queen or whatever. Because it's normal to me because like she's been making it my whole life, but everybody that has like, oh my god, this is amazing. How did you like? It's a bit like not even joking. So like I'm used to it.
Yeah, you'll get a visit by me real soon.
I can tell her to make some. She'll make some.
I would love
whenever you come down, bro. I'm dead ass too.
Shit, I'm finna come up. Come on next week.
Just let me know.
For sure.
She will make one. If she just does it.
That's a bit. I'm gonna be there the weekend of the 13th. So we'll see that. I had a hot take about dogs. I'll save that one. But I hate entitled pet owners in general. Get on my fucking nerves. We'll save that for another time. My real hot take is that the 2025 Patriots are nothing but the 2024 Washington Commanders. They've improved this season, but I'm not really. I don't see the hype like I see other ones, especially when I start seeing that strength of schedule Monday. I hate sounding like college football. Yeah. I hate feeling like the college football rankings, but the following teams that you played to get to where you're at: the Raiders, the Dolphins. You lost to the Steelers. Actually, you lost to the Raiders.
You lost to the Raiders?
You lost to the Raiders in week 1. You beat the Dolphins, lost to the Steelers. And then you've been on a win streak ever since, starting with the Panthers, the Bills, the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons. Good win against the Buccaneers, the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants. Your next 4 are the Bills again, the Ravens, which we don't know how we feel about these niggas no more, the Jets and the Dolphins. You not hooping against nobody for real. Yeah, now, when I said this about the Commanders last year, they told me to shut my ass up because they still ended up making the NFC Championship. So it fell on deaf ears. But I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas talking about right now. These niggas is not like that for real. Like, they cool. They have improved because nobody expects them to be where they're at right now. And you may not even see what I'm talking about this year, but I guarantee you next year they're not building on top of this. They're not building on top of this season. I promise you that. You're gonna be like, oh, did Drake may take a step back? No, he just had an easy ass schedule last year or this year.
Yeah, I'm not really moved by the Patriots this season either. Especially like I've been seeing Drake May MVP talks as well. I'm really not moved with that. Like, I think Drake May is good, but I'm like, I don't see the Patriots being like that. And then like they still don't. Their receivers are aight at best. Their line is cool. Running backs suck, respectfully. Their corners are good if they're healthy, and like that's really it. Like they're not that good of a team. They just got a weak ass schedule, like you said. Like, especially when you got to play the Jets and the Dolphins twice, nigga.
Like, yes. Come on, bro. Like, come on. And they throwing you Rudy Pools like the Raiders and the Giants.
Mind you, you lost to the Raiders.
You lost to the fucking Raiders.
Yeah,
shit.
No, I'm not moved by the Patriots.
I'm not. They gave you the Saints.
I was moved by Washington last year. They got to the NFC Championship. I didn't think they were good the entire time. Niggas just didn't know how to prepare for Jaden Daniels, and they were getting lucky. Like
they gave you, you already have a weak division, and they gave you the Saints, Titans, and Browns, nigga.
Yeah. So
and New York. They gave you both New York teams. I'm not moved. Not moved at all. And it is what it is, because at the end of the day, it seems like Pat Mahomes may not be making the playoffs. So this might be another hot take that gets thrown down the drain, because niggas that can actually stop this nigga in the AFC probably won't be in the way for these niggas. And he might run into an AFC championship game. And then they're going to be like, oh, shut up, bitch ass nigga. And I was like, okay, I'm not wrong. I'm just early. Because next season, y'all going to be talking about
when they got the number one schedule, because that's what's going to happen, because they might get the number one seed this season. So they're going to
the only reason niggas is not on the Commanders' ass is because Jaden Daniels got hurt. But best believe if they would have played
good before,
I guarantee you, if he was healthy, y'all would be giving more smoke to them niggas. Like, oh, okay, like, yeah, it was. They finally got film on this nigga. They would do the same thing with Drake May, bro. I promise you. But that's one of the ones that's not going to age well, but it's going to re-age well sooner. You know, it's going to take a year. It's going to take a year. Sometime this time December 2026, we'll circle it around. But until then, they're going to tell me to shut my bitch ass up. And that's fine. And that's it, Jax. Any last words?
And go outside some grass, unless it's 17 degrees, then like stay inside.
It's no
touch your floor or something.
There is no
Knock
grass.
on wood. I don't know.
There is no grass to touch. Snow on top of it.
Go touch some snow.
Go touch some fucking snow. Yeah, make sure you wear your boots or you bust your ass. But yeah, just be prepared for every moment that you have, yo. Life comes at you quick, bro. And with that being said, we'll catch y'all niggas next week. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. More TikToks on the way. Boom.